Alright guys, we're just waiting on Sharrieff to join up here before we can get into the next quarterfinal. So, oh my goodness, these guys are not waiting around. They are so ready for this. And to be honest, so am I. The third quarterfinal for Sharrieff versus Killerican. We've got Twitch versus YouTube apparently. And Sharrieff, the password leaker. Fortunately, he didn't leak this one, I hope, or else there's going to be about 50 people joining the lobby in about 10 seconds. Killerican showing us how not to half volley. He's going to need to be a bit cleaner than that if he wants to take down a player. He's already eliminated 2 players from this tournament. We have to remember. No, actually, Sharrieff's already eliminated 3, I believe. He might be the one player who is still alive after 3 games. Oh no, just 2, just 2. I tell a lie. Just 2. But he's going to get the first goal. Wait, what's Killerican going to say? I'm pretty worried about this, to be honest. Server is throwing me around. Oh, well. Wait, how can I not? Oh, there is no party chat. Oh, that's a problem. Well, I mean, if Sharrieff wants to restart, I would let him do it, but we're already 1 goal into the game. I'm afraid that it's 1-0. And the ping looks fine, so I can't really allow a restart, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's allowable. This just looks like mechanical misplays if you ask me. Sharrieff 2-0. Killerican not looking good. The nerves might be getting to him. I mean, if you say before the first goal that you're lagging, we would restart, but that was after 1-0, I'm afraid. That was after 1-0. And Sharrieff is looking set for the easiest quarterfinal victory of his life. Wasted a lot of boosts in that flight though, and that is going to take him out of the game long enough for Killerican to find the open net. And I certainly have to question Sharrieff's decision making there. Boosting past the ball was questionable, but he is using a Dominus, so of course everybody knows when a Dominus player is in the air, they will be boosting, because they're, in their head, they're Cuxer from a year ago. Or is it a year and a half ago? Probably longer than a year ago. A year and a half, I would say. That's what they see in their mind. Killerican could tie us up here. Tries to get the early dodge for the butt shot, but not able to secure that one. It was an awkward angle with Sharrieff posturing for the bump, so that's why we did see him miss that. It looks like he may have stabilized from whatever problems he was having earlier in the game. Not able to find the top left though, and Sharrieff strangely jumping for that shot, which looked to be going way over the bar, even from his perspective. Is that going to roll in for Killerican? It looks like it might. No, it is going to be outside of the post. And Sharrieff needs to try to stabilize, because he is under a ton of pressure, despite being in the lead. He is not looking like the favorite at the moment. It's because of the amount of chances that Killerican is getting, and the amount of alone time that he's able to get in the midfield. And it finally does end up being too much for Sharrieff to handle, as Killerican's able to take the lead. Solid turn there. He's able to flip through the ball, boosting the entire time to improve his recovery, and he needed to be just as fast as he was, or else he was going to get beaten to the ball by his opponent. And Killerican's going to take a long shot. He's given himself enough time with that to secure boost and follow up. Has he taken too long though? Sharrieff instead backed off. But Killerican with panic. He is not playing confidently. If he had looked behind him, he would have seen that Sharrieff was way out of the play. There's no danger. No imminent danger, at least. But Killerican, one more chance to take the lead. He's not been in the lead at all this game. We're halfway through this best of 1. And Sharrieff, it's not much boost, but he has the possession in a decent place. Killerican is going to come up and challenge successfully, though. And Killerican is certainly not spending enough time looking around to see what Sharrieff is doing. I would not be surprised if Sharrieff catches him off guard with a blind spot demolish. They have been so popular today and recently in the 1v1 meta. Killerican being a bit careless, but he's focused on one thing, and that is what he is trying to do, and that is score. Can Sharrieff instead break the ice? That might just be going in. He's coming off the back wall. Oh, he's not quite able to get the rebound. It was coming off the ceiling, in fact. Excuse my missed call. He's looking for the ceiling shot and the rebound all in one. The ball just would not fall fast enough. Killerican has had some pretty successful open nets from distance, and he is going to take the first lead that he has had in this match. He might be about to double up here. This is an open net if he can find it. This time Sharrieff was there, but he's there too soon. Sharrieff flips past it, and Killerican up by 2 now. This shot was not as good as it could be, but Sharrieff expected better, and that is why it went behind him. And then we have a comfortable situation for Killerican, mainly because he is one who's scored the last 4 goals. Despite the fact that he's only up by 2, he's scored 4 goals in a row. He has been consistently the player attacking, and Sharrieff once again concedes a long shot into his open net. Is this already over? 5 goals back to back to back to back to back for Killerican. Sharrieff is not looking confident. He needs to change something up. He finally gets a little bit of action on the kickoff, and that will be 1 goal back in his favor. He really desperately needed this. He really did need a kickoff goal, because it has been one-way traffic since he took the lead by 2. Killerican's going to be feeling pretty happy that we did not reset the server. Doesn't get the bump he was looking for. Backflips to recover. And that is going to get him into the play fast enough for the boost steal. Air roll shot is not good for Sharrieff. Power was lacking 7-fold. Killerican trying to get the power from the volley. But as we get into the final minute, nothing has changed since the kickoff goal, but it might be about to. Sharrieff versus the open net. This time he comes out victorious. And we have another 1-goal game, guys. It's happening again. This is exactly what happened in the last matchup. The lead was cut to nothing. But in that matchup, we did see the player that did lead all game, Retals, or who's recently told me that his name is Rettles, took it. But hold on, Sharrieff has tied it. It's not even going to go down to the wire. He has tied it with plenty time to spare. Killerican getting punished. Not only he missed the boost to the side, but even if he secured it, he would have been miles out of the play. Kickoffs have absolutely taken a turn for the worse if you're a Killerican fan. And that is another one from distance. Killerican can't keep it out. 6-5. What is happening? We were looking at the easiest road to the semi-final for Killerican, but Sharrieff has turned it around completely. And now it's Killerican who's on the ropes. Down by a goal, but not much time to fix it, and he trips on the post. Sharrieff again able to capitalize with no boost whatsoever. But this shot would have been so easy to save if Killerican had just stayed grounded. He couldn't make up his mind. Am I going up the wall? Am I staying on the ground? I'm going to do neither. And 2 goals now separate Killerican from overtime. 2 goals. That is enough of a lead to give Sharrieff all the confidence in the world that the semi-final spot could be his. 19 seconds. Killerican has absolutely no boost to speak of, and chances are dwindling. 13 seconds. Killerican needs another goal after 1. Even if he scores here, he will have a chance, but Sharrieff is making it so difficult, and the turtle celebration is real. That is a GG. And Killerican has been eliminated by Sharrieff. What a comeback. To be 3 goals down with not much more than a minute left in the match, and to not only make the comeback, but go 2 goals in the lead, and then hold on. That is a statement to anybody who's going to be playing this guy further on in the tournament. Of course, his next round opponent is yet to be confirmed as JWismont versus Sathyu. Probably the most stacked quarterfinal yet. Is going to be the next matchup on stream. Is it a full USA lineup that remains? It might indeed be. It actually might be. I'm not sure where Rettles is from. I was about to say Retals. I'm sorry for saying your name wrong earlier. It is in fact Rettles, like petals with an R. My bad. I'll make sure to say that next time. But we are going to a quick break, guys. When we're back, it'll be the last quarterfinal matchup, Sathyu versus JWismont. So do not go anywhere. 12 Titans NA qualifier continues right after this. Alright guys, it's time for the last quarterfinal to get underway. We're all good to go here. I'm going to give these guys a go ahead, and we're going to get this one started. JWismont versus Sathyu. I'm super excited to see this one because finally we have a matchup that I do know about the players. Wait, hold on. What just happened? Sharrieff was in here. He debated me. Oh my goodness, that's not Sathyu, that was Sharrieff. Sharrieff is actually debating me so much. He's leaking password details on stream. He's staying in the lobby. And then JWismont joins the game and leaves. That's not how you keep the clock from starting, mate. If you leave, it just resets. Oh my goodness, this is just... Hold on a second, guys. All right. We're getting them back in here. Hold on. Sharrieff is actually just... He is such a debater. This guy? He's live streaming his matches, leaks the password on stream, then I come back and he's still in the lobby, and I thought he was Sathyu because their names both have an S in them. You know, it's close enough. They both had an S in them. That's pretty close. Sathyu and Sharrieff practically sound the same. Alright, but this time, that looks to me like Sathyu versus JWismont, and I am, of course, very excited to get this one started because I've seen these guys play before plenty of times. Sathyu we've seen play today, and he had a great matchup, eliminating you know, a pretty solid opponent in Thai. So that's a good result for him already. JWismont has been ruffle stomping his way through this one also, and he's off to a good start from distance. Sathyu, he's got to be careful because JWismont does not miss his power shots. It has been said by many top NA 1v1 players that on his day JWismont is comfortably top 5 NA. Of course, you're putting him up alongside the likes of Squishy, Dapper, Lethamir. But you can take a series off just about anybody. Unfortunately for him, so can Sathyu, and he looked very, very good earlier today. His flicks were on fleek. He dispatched with Thai, a deadly opponent in his own right, pretty easily, and this time he's got JWiz in his sights. A rare missed jump by Sathyu, but he recovers well into the demo. Is he going to put this shot on net before JWiz can get back? Doesn't matter. JWiz is just going to watch as it goes right over his head. If anybody is wondering about the seeding, it was just done purely based on what their 1v1 ranks were, based at the time of the qualifier, or at the time of the qualifier entry being closed. So that is why we see these guys matching up in quarterfinal. Like a lot of people are saying, this could easily be a final on another day. This could very easily have been a grand final, as these are two of North America's best at the moment. And Sathyu, I think, just based on how good he was playing earlier, is my favorite to win it, but it's going to be a tight one for sure. 4 minutes on the clock. We're already a minute into this one. 20% of the game is gone. And this is best of one. No time to figure out your opponent. The bonus for these guys is they will have played against each other a lot in the past, both in ranked and practice, I'm sure. Once again, Sathyu looking threatening with the reverse 45-degree flick, but JWiz is equal to it, and he has got an incredibly fast turnaround as well. He really didn't waste any time. He really didn't waste any time as he turns around to get the counter-attack started. Sathyu getting punished for thinking that he could stick around and continue attacking. This is zero boost pressure from Sathyu. JWiz has got to be careful. That's a good pop though. That is going to force Sathyu to back off. His high ball is not somewhere you can go without boost. And now JWiz drops the bounce dribble, easily gets it started again. Of course, the top level 1v1 players can start and stop bounce dribbles at will. That is a fortunate bump by JWiz. Sathyu had him beat, but JWiz got the bump onto Sathyu after. Got to give credit to Sathyu's recovery on the back wall not long ago. That was a very good recovery, putting JWiz under pressure, but these guys are just making it so difficult for each other. Look at the speed of the counter-attack for JWiz. That is his third counter-attack goal. He is not wasting any time. Once he sees an opening, he takes it, and he is now up by another goal. The lead has swung twice now as the pendulum is on to JWismont's side. One more time. That is an uncharacteristic misplay at the near post by Sathyu. JWiz should be able to put the pressure on, but unbeknownst to him, Sathyu has saved 29 boosts here. Is he going to be able to use it for anything? No, he won't. JWiz is just able to do too much with this boost advantage. Just bumping Sathyu up and off the wall, and then just catching the ball and running it into the open net. The biggest lead that we've seen so far this game is in JWismont's favor. Gotta remember, these guys are on the opposite side of the bracket from #1 seed amongst ours. Excuse me, my voice is absolutely real. I may or may not have recorded 4 videos earlier today. May or may not have done that. Anyway, excuses. Sathyu shouldn't need any, with a player of his ability still firmly within his grasp to close the gap, and that top corner shot unnecessary, but looking pretty good. JWismont's challenge was not able to dispossess Sathyu, who faded away from the 50-50 last second. That is what enabled the ball to bounce into a strikeable position. If Sathyu had not backed off like he did, JWiz would have been able to save it. Oh my goodness, JWiz can't get back and stop Sathyu's kickoff. Again, Sathyu is having so much success with this kickoff. The early dodge, the neutralization that he's able to get by hitting the ball with the roof of his car, as opposed to the nose. Of course, everybody knows that's how I like to do it. Not like I have a choice. Even if I try and hit the ball with the roof of my car, the nose arrives first. JWismont popping it into his own crossbar. Again, looking for the quick turnaround. We're all tied up still with 2 minutes remaining. Sathyu decides not to take to the sky, wisely so. And JWismont almost letting Sathyu steal his boost there, because he wants to bait him into that corner and get the counter. He knew that he was perfectly okay in the boost department himself. Sathyu thought once about going for the corner, but he decides not to, and doesn't even matter. JWismont is able to get the ball past him twice in quick succession. Great little chip off the inside of the post, recovers and puts it in about as close to the right hand side of the goal as he could. But Sathyu continues to find success with this kickoff. He's got JWismont in his sights. JWiz fades behind the ball briefly, but it doesn't matter when Sathyu's flicks are good. Is there anything that you can do? JWiz fake challenge, not able to find any success there, and he might have been a little bit too far off center. Showed Sathyu a bit too much of the goal, and the acceleration that he's able to get on the ball is always threatening. The pit maneuver is able to get Sathyu the boost secure in his control, and now he's got an open net from distance. That is a huge, huge pit maneuver by Sathyu. What a play to steer JWismont away from the boost, which he was winning the race to. Sathyu, you know, he's not thrown it yet. And again, he's able to get the ball under his control from face-off. Again, JWismont is able to turn it around, though. This one is going to go right down to the wire. 1 minute 11 remaining, and Sathyu gets caught out by JWismont's low boost pressure. He should have been checking to see what his opponent was doing. That's probably the biggest Sath throw that we've seen. Very, very preventable goal. But still, the ball is always under this man's control post kickoff. He tries the little side flip shot, but JWismont on the counter continues to be dangerous. Sathyu, where are you? Your ball's rolling into your goal and you are not at home. It is pretty close on the stat line, but that one additional save and shot from JWiz, the two things that make the difference here. Again, Sathyu with this blocking kickoff style, this is so impressive. Reacting last second every single time to what his opponent is doing, and able to neutralize the ball in his favor. Jumps over JWiz demo, delayed. That is an incredible play by Sathyu. Delays his dodge and uses it not just to take the ball clear from danger, but outplay JWismont, who can't possibly have been thinking that he was in danger there. 7-all, one of the highest scoring games we've seen all tournament. These guys are like two heavyweights slugging it out. Neither one of them can defend a punch, but my goodness, do they have chins to take him with 33 seconds. Pre-dodge save by Sathyu to keep us tied up. He's got to half flip to stop JWiz, and it's no good. JWismont is continuing to pile on the pressure. Sathyu with a weak touch. He just played JWismont in, and good speed by JWismont to beat Sathyu to the ball in his own box. 26 seconds on the kickoff. Again, Sathyu's kickoff is just so good. It is too good. 8-all. It is as if these guys cannot be separated for more than a matter of seconds before another equalizer comes in. And I just have to look at Sathyu's POV on all these kickoffs. He is doing so well. Every single time he's blocking JWismont with this kickoff. This might become meta. I'm telling you, this kickoff is so good it might become meta. This is sick. And he's going to easily pop this to the crossbar, but the recovery is the tough part. He's nailed it though. Look at the speed of Sathyu. lands on the inside of the goal, maintains his momentum. He might have given JWiz a dribbling challenge on 0 seconds. Another phenomenal recovery to save the game. JWiz thought about keeping it up, but he did instead opt for an overtime. Is that wise against a kickoff master like Sathyu? This time JWiz finds an opening. A rare opportunity after the kickoff for JWismont. He's got the outplay. Sathyu with another save though. The recoveries of Sathyu are keeping him in the game. And again, he's got JWismont in his sights. The speed of the flick is not quite good enough this time, but Sathyu almost getting a goal. Look at the nerves. These guys are not looking clean with their ball carries. Palms have got to be sweaty. Ball again dropping, but Sathyu to the bottom corner. Even if he meant to stop this bounce dribble before it started, regardless of that fact, he has sniped the bottom corner with a side flip shot from the edge of the box. And JWismont in all caps says, GG Sathyu, win it please. Respect from the competitor who took Sathyu right down to the wire. And what a game we just saw between two of the best players in this tournament. It is sad that we had to see one of them go, but Sathyu does carry the torch forward into the semi-final, where he will face Sharrieff, who, I'm not going to lie to you guys, if he plays as shakily as he did against Killerican, is probably going to lose that game to Sathyu, who's looking very good. JWismont and Sathyu, certainly that could have been a grand final in another universe, but today they were destined to meet each other in the quarters. Sath through to the next round. He didn't Sath through the game, he's Sath through to the next round. But we will be moving into semi-finals now. Before we can see Sathyu again, we've got Among Affliction making a comeback. He did look really good. He steamrolled Jacob in the quarterfinal earlier, if anybody wasn't here to see it. Oh, sorry as well, I just spoiled it, my bad. And Rettles, the player whose name I was mispronouncing, they are going to be back in action for the first of 2 semi-finals. We're completing the entire qualifier today, so if you want to see more 12 Titans NA qualifier action, do not go anywhere.